This is a brand new BMW M3 competition. Wow, it used to be. The G80 M3 BMW is the fastest M3 ever produced, but it's also the most controversial, being the first ever all-wheel drive model in its lifespan of 6 generations. But no need to worry, by the flick of a button on your touchscreen, you can convert this car to rear-wheel drive and have the fun an M3 was built for. But in our case, someone had a little bit too much fun. And left us with this. A brand new BMW M3 competition that doesn't look that brand new anymore. And why do I say brand new? Well, just wait till you guys see what the mileage is on this car. You will be surprised. We've only got a few days to restore this car back to its former glory. So I think it's time for us to take this car apart so that we can put it back together again. I must say, from this angle, the car looks amazing. But as we move around, things get a little bit interesting. Got some smashed windows here. This window is gone. Completely gone. It's lying on the front seat, on the floor. Got a deployed airbag. Dashboard. Both curtain airbags. Got a locked seat belt. So on this one, we're definitely gonna have to strip down the whole interior. I'm thinking of removing the front seats so I can get all this glass, this mess out of the car. Give it a nice clean. And then that right over there, just move over to the other side. Let me show you guys. This. This used to be the headlight. There's nothing left over here. So most of the damage happened on this side. The cooler is missing. We've got some coolant over here. So we're gonna have to get this engine to fire up just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the engine, because who knows, this thing could have ran without coolant. There's our washer fluid bottle. We're gonna have to take this roof lining out to do the curtain airbags, and we're gonna have to get rid of those crinkles, otherwise we're gonna have to replace the roof lining as well. But luckily this seat belt's still fine. Let's hope there's no faults on that. Let's check the rear ones. That one is fine. This one is fine. And that one is fine as well. That's a good sign. Oh, put some more covers over here. Check all this glass in the car. Damn. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take the seats out. I'm gonna have to take the rear seat bench out as well. I'm gonna have to take the door panels off also, because I'm pretty sure But there's glass in here. Definitely. Check the front door. Woo. Damn. This car must have super low miles. Check, it's still got the plastic on here. Oh, this glass can cause a lot of damage. Now let's get this thing in the workshop so we can figure out what is the drama on this car. And from just spending a little bit of time inside and around this car, I mean, this car even still smells brand new on the inside. So I'm excited to see what the mileage is. And let's hope the damage underneath the car is not as bad as the damage on the outside of the car. It definitely was a bit of a hustle and a tussle to get this car inside the workshop. But by the help of Mr. Ricer-Benz, we've managed to get this car in the workshop and on the lift. So let's take this thing up in the air and check and see what is the damage. So let's start inspecting from the rear just to check and see what needs attention. What are we going to have to do here? The left rear suspension looks untouched, looks beautiful. Exhaust system, no dings. Right rear suspension's looking good. Whoa, everything's still intact over here. This doesn't look too bad. This really doesn't look bad. Just by giving it a quick look, I think the only thing damaged from underneath is this cover over here. I can clearly see that arm is toast. I mean, check that arm compared to well, this arm doesn't really look that straight. Don't know what it's supposed to look like, but it surely looks a bit odd. Oh, I've got some damage over here. I mean, how is it possible that we've got damage on the left front if the car was knocked on the right front? Surely all the impact was on this side. I mean, looking at this side, everything looks fine. There's not even a scratch mark over here. Let's check the wheel. No damage to the wheel. Let's think for a second here. So the car, by the looks of it, I see tire marks on the door. And the damage happened on this side. So let's say this car was turning full lock to the left, and then it got knocked so hard that it pushed this wheel inwards, basically knocking the wheel over here. That's a possibility. Let's check the wheel. Oh, the wheel weights are gone. There's a knock over there. What's this blue stuff over here? There's blue here. Is it possible that this arm could have ended up over there? Gonna have to check this arm. It's a possibility that this arm's bent as well, because this thing looks a bit wonky. Now let's move over to the juicy side where the action was. Definitely need this arm, no doubt about that. Oh, sure. Check this thing ripped out completely. So we definitely need 2, maybe 3 suspension arms. Ooh, check there, check there. It's got a massive buckle in it. So this rim is definitely cooked. Let's get the wheel off so we can just do a final inspection on the suspension. Once that's done, let's get some power on this car and let's check out the electronics. Just make sure this car can start and that the engine runs beautifully before we start spending money on this car. Definitely need a new tire. Got some wiring repairs we need to do. Subframe seems okay. This bush is a little bit offset, but this is the one that got ripped out. So we're replacing this arm anyways. When we fit the new one, we'll be able to see if everything's okay over here. We're literally gonna have to replace everything in this vicinity. Every bracket. I mean, what do you guys think about this headlight? It's gone. That bracket's toast. That's toast. That's toast. Crash bar's toast. Pedestrian sensor, toast. Foam. Grill. Bumper. This cover. Arch liner. This arch liner. The shock seems fine. I don't see anything. We can check the bolts at the top now. But the shock itself seems fine. That's a good sign because I can imagine this thing is expensive. Brake caliper is looking good. We can just give it a nice clean. Once it's running, we can check the run out on the disc just to make sure that the brake disc itself is fine. Looks like some more wiring. These brackets are still fine. Really doesn't look too bad. Definitely not going to be cheap to fix this, but honestly, doesn't look too bad. Let's try and start this car and hopefully it doesn't reveal more damage. So I've got the jumper pack connected. Power's looking good, but check this out. This thing is dead. Now the battery is in the back. So I'm going to have to open the boot to get to the battery. If I come over here, nothing. Let me find a way to get to the battery. Hopefully this is all we need. So I'll see you guys on the other side. That wasn't easy, but it's open. There we go. Oh, phew. Let me show you guys what I had to do. So it looks like this is the pyro-fuse unit, and if I look at this cable on this side, the cable's loose. So something definitely deployed in here, and it shot the power supply to the onboard electronics. It shot it off. So what I had to do, this is our main power supply over here. We lost this power supply, so I just made my own little power supply from here down to that, and the electronics fired up. Now we can see the mileage. We can run a diagnostic test, but before I try to start this car, I'm gonna have to make a better connection over there, because this little wire is way too small. So battery is connected. Let's check the mileage. Got no idea what this mileage is, so let's see. Oh wow. Ooh. This thing is literally brand new. 2,702 kilometers. I mean, check, it's still got the plastic on here. Still got the plastic on the seat. This is a brand new car, brand new. And finally we can run a diagnostic test to see what it's going to take to get this car to start. So our starting point is 140 fault codes. Now we've got a lot of things missing on the front of the car, but I just want to check the airbags. So we've got a pressure sensor left, pressure hose system that we could see is damaged. Head airbag right, it's curtain right, curtain left, we can see that's damaged. The driver's seat belt, that thing is locked up. Driver steering airbag. Then we've got the battery terminal, front passenger airbag deployed on the dashboard, and the rest is just other signals, and then we've got a crash message stored. So I don't know if that's going to avoid the car from starting, but let's clear the system and try and fire this thing up and see what happens. Foot on the brake. I can't sit here. Sweet, 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 sweet. Ah, sounds very quiet. Oh, some funny sounds coming from there. Whew. Okay. Can't cause further damage. There's enough damage already. Oh, it's very quiet. Very quiet. And now with the engine running successfully, it's time for us to go get some parts so that we can fix the suspension and we can take this M3 competition for a test drive. What must I do? We're back. New tires fitted and got us some new suspension arms. That should fix our suspension. So let's start removing all these arms so we can get the wheels turning. That's easy. Voila. That was pretty easy. And now we can clearly see, we can clearly see the damage. And all we need to do now is to fit these two new suspension components, get the wheel back on the car, and then we can go for a test drive. That was pretty straightforward. Let's hope when we're driving this car is going straight forward. It's a bit dodgy driving it, but I just have to make sure that everything is fine. Feels nice and solid. The aircon's working. Wow. So I'm gonna lift my privacy curtain so I can see where I'm going. Yeah, impressive. Feels very solid. I'm happy with that. Don't want to run it for too long. Now we can crack on with the rest. Now we can strip the front end off so we can see what further damage is on this car, so we can start ordering the parts and get this thing finished off. Let's get the front bumper off. And now with this side exposed, we can clearly see what we need on that side. We need this whole frame, we need the cooler, we need the ducts, definitely need the light. There's a sensor in the bumper that we also need. That sensor right over there. We need this, we need that. We definitely need the crash bar, but that we could have seen from the outside already. Then we need this over here. We need a new lock. This panel is bent down as well. That doesn't look too bad. We need this bracket over here. So we need quite a few things on this corner, because we're gonna have to get this corner to look like that side. Luckily, I don't see any damage to any of these coolers in the middle, which is a good thing. Talk about an interior popping in the sun. Well, we still need to sort out this whole interior and get the cooling system sorted, but that'll be a wrap for now, guys. If you like this type of content and you want to see this M3 competition back on the road, fully restored the way it's supposed to be, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one, where we're gonna take this M3 competition out on the road for a proper test drive. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers. I found something on this car, on the interior, that's gonna set us back quite a bit. That's a bit of a pickle.
The red sun rose this morning, dark skies pronounce